Hello everyone, welcome back to Chadtopia on City Skylines. Now, oh god, somebody's on fire. Oh, that's not good. Now, let's quickly check to make sure, do we have any kind of fire coverage? No, we don't, and we don't have the money yet. It's about 12 grand, but we're making reasonably okay money, so there's not really much we can do about the quiet corner shop, which is not really quiet anymore. Now, one thing that somebody was mentioning in the previous comments for the last episode is about the intersections and how they will become a traffic nightmare, which is true. But the problem is I don't really see much way round it with respect to sort of like designing this stuff here. What I think I might need to do is if we go to the 6-lane road and upgrade these to the 6-laner all the way around, and then what we shall do is make sure it's a one-way road all the way around like that, so at least then, you know, these guys have got options for going on and off and all the rest of it and stuff like that. So oh, congratulations, excellent, level 2 buildings and a high school. Now let's quickly check to see what kind of education situation. So there's the education there, and what we should really do is put a high school in here to assist. So there we go, we put a high school in as well. That should help increase the level of educated workers generally. Now, obviously, you can see here, money is, yeah, we're doing all right. I mean, we spent that money almost immediately. And let's just move on. What's next? 2,600. And then we get all these kind of lovely intersections and highways we can build as well, and highway ramps. So, yeah, my problem is I'm not really 100% sure what's the best way to sort of deal with the issue that we're going to have with respect to traffic. I'm still trying to figure that out. So we've got to wait for 12,000. What I might need to do is take a loan out for 60,000. And then what we'll do is we'll put a fire department in here. Now, we could put a fire department sort of around here somewhere. That would be a relatively okay place to put it. There we go, and that makes everybody a lot happier there. And also then, I'm thinking maybe put a police department on the other side. So in other words, police will be able to come down here and then back up and all the rest of it. So let's put a police department in there. And that will generally increase the happiness of everyone across the board. Now, one thing we do need to do is, oh, have a look at that. Oh, that's lovely. 15,000. We don't have the money for that. Well, we do. We could put it in, but to be honest, it would kind of waste quite a bit of money. But let's see if what we can do is put a nice large playground in to make the people happy. So, I'm thinking that we should put it about there. And as you can see, look at that, happiness across the board. So that should make everyone a lot happier now. And we've got a demand for more commercial areas. So let's just check our... So what I'm going to do, I think, is create this road here, take it out of upgrade mode, put it in here, and just continue to run this road along here. Now, obviously that's going to piss some people off because we've just blown up their coffee shop or whatever it is that they've got in there. But the point is we'll be able to make these areas as commercial areas and all these areas here as well. So that's a good thing in my opinion. Now, let's see, what we could also look at doing is putting a road going to there. So at least they've got a little sort of bit of movement and all that kind of funky good stuff. Now, before we run out of money, let's make sure our water's suitable, which it is. Let's run one out to there, and then run that to there. So that's looking okay. Water is okay. Power, we're getting a little bit low. So we may need to consider another power station. Now you can see it's just on the edge of the city limits there. So we could end up putting it there. That's 19,000. Let's do that. Now obviously that will increase pollution. But the plan is later on to actually replace that with oil power plants because of the output that they provide being significantly better. As you can see, there we go. So now we're generating 87 megawatts and we're using 30. So that's looking good in that respect. Now, what's this new services? Oh, look at that. Statue of Liberty. Oh my goodness, that's huge. What else have we got? So here are neighborhood parks. Don't they look lovely? And oh, a space. Oh heavens, look at that. A needly space needle. Oh, that could be very nice there, couldn't it? Put a space needle right in the middle. But that's not going to happen, I don't think. It's just not realistic to put it there. But, you know, I mean, these are things that we can consider. What's that? Transport tower. Posh mall. Oh, la-di-da, no less. And a statue of shopping. So that might be quite good sort of down this sort of way. It's 10 grand. So what I'll do is I'll keep the money because I want to make sure that... Oh, that's burnt down. So we need to deal with that. Building has burnt down. Yep, there we go. Not looking too shabby. Now, let's build this road down a little bit further. Down to there, and down to there. And then, before it gets to the end, we'll create the little cross-junction thing there. And let's just make sure that our directional thing is working properly. You can see here that it's not, because this is a bi-directional road. So, there we go. We'll make that one that way. And then this one will go that way. There we go. Which is good. So traffic's starting to build up a little bit there. I might have to start looking at improving things there, but we'll see. So, yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. Now, what we can also do is build... How are we looking for money? We got 7,000, so I'm thinking that we're going to need some kind of health in here. Now, there we go. There is, what, 10,000, so we've got to hold off. But I want to put that in a sort of relatively central place, sort of around, sort of here, maybe. We'll see. But we're making reasonable amounts of money coming in. Oh, correction, there is a health centre over there. So the medical clinic is there, so that's not too bad. Let's just check our education. So you can see there that the elementary and the high school is over here, that's good. But the elementary is starting to hit capacity. So you can see eligible 378 and the capacity is only 300. So when we've got the money, I was just going to turn that music down just a little bit. When we've got the money, we're going to consider putting in another elementary school. Probably over here, I would have thought, somewhere. But right now, there is a large requirement for residential. So, let's get residentialing, shall we? Now, if we look here... No, we want to be about there. There we go. That's the ideal. Give us the best sort of cross-section. We'll run a little road down here. And then we'll run another road along there. Put some more residential there, residential there. Let's check the water situation. The water's okay-ish. What we'll do is we'll connect these up here. And then we'll run another one to about there. And then run one there. So we've got good coverage for this area that we're building in. Now, let's see, still got high residential demand, so we'll continue building the residential. And let's just check our water. Yeah, we can't go too far this way. But then what we'll do is we will build the additional water pipes that would be required once we get to sort of these positions here. So let's build out some more water. That should give us good coverage to there. And this one should give us good coverage to about there. And then, is that going to give us? No, that's not going to give us enough crossover, is it? Let's move to about there, I think. No, that's just one off. There we go. So that's looking good. I'm happy with that. And then we can make all of this area here residential, as everything will be covered by water. And then we'll interconnect these pipes in a second. And you can see here that the water availability is starting to go down, so we may need to consider putting in another water pumping station sort of about here, you know, in that area. And also the same for sewage as well. So we know we need to put another one down there as well. So let's just check to see how our progression is doing. So 2,600 is what we're looking towards at the moment. So let's just end that and try and actually press the right flipping button on the keyboard. Details, details, they say. Oh, what's going on here? Critical water lack of. Oh dear, that's not good. We need to sort him out. And we need to actually select the pipes this time. There we go. So there we go. That's now interconnected. So this guy has water, which is good. So that's a good situation. And because both of these are on like a major road, then as soon as they come in, they just go straight into there, and we don't have to worry about too many problems in that regard. Now you can see these here. These are off ramps, so we can't really build outside of that route, outside of that area. We can later when we buy stuff, but at the moment I'm not really worried. So this appears to be working reasonably well. You can see roads continuing to go down here, and roads down here, and roads down here, and these ones can remain like dual direction. And we've got this area for crossing across over to this side. Now, let's see. What we need to do is we need to put more commercial in here. And then we need to put more industrial into these areas here. So that's looking good. I'm happy with that. And let's put in some marquee tool, because we don't want to use all of the available space. We just want that space there really used. So that's looking quite good, and money is relatively okay. Now let's have a look at our ordinances. You see we've got power and water usage. If for whatever reason power becomes an issue, then we can start sort of metering it, so to speak, and that will make life significantly easier for us. But there is also a cost implication for that, which is not ideal, but you know, you deal with it as best you can. We're going to put a road into here, and then just make this a little sort of area here. Whoops. No, don't want to build on just one square. That will be a silly, silly thing to do. Now, the only drawback I see here is the fact that this is not making use of all of the road or all of the area. So I'm thinking if we were to put another road there, and then another road here, that makes more efficient use of the area. And we can marquee all of these here like so. Make sure that they've all got water. Some of them don't, so we're going to have to move water out to there, move water out to about there, and move water down the high street, or the main street I suppose you could say. Let's just move that out a little bit, because I want to make sure that that's nice and straight, because otherwise I'll start derping again, and we don't want that. So we're going to now save our money, because we're going to need to buy additional water pumping stations and water drain pipes. So let's check to see how power is. How's the general happiness? Some people over here are not happy. Why are they not happy? I guess because they're quite a way away from things. And obviously, you know, they've only just moved in, which is somewhat daft, but they're unhappy right from day one, which is somewhat annoying, but you know, hey ho. And you can see that this area here, we could end up moving this out of the way, deleting it later on, because the power adjacency is actually looking relatively okay there. So, yeah. Not looking too bad, really. We will obviously sort of look around. Let's have a look around. So now we've got a nice sort of entry. Oh, rail as well. So that could be an interesting way to sort of get there as well. So we could end up having sort of like a nice long road coming in there and then going out there. So that means we'd need some kind of sort of intersection there. Now, we've got a nice sort of area there. We'll have to wait and see. So let's close all the chirper stuff, as we don't need that at the moment. And then what we're going to do is we are going to look at education, and we are looking to get the 10,000. Now, question is, can I take another loan? Yes, I can. So let us put in another elementary school, and we'll put it over here, or try to anyway. There we go, that makes people a lot happier. And also we're going to put in more water pumping stations, and then down the end we'll put in another poop factory, so to speak. So if we go into this one and that, connect those two together, and then connect those in as well. So there we go. We've now basically dealt with the water treatment situation, and the water should continue to flow quite well. Power is looking good, you can see there, because of these two power stations. Now, obviously, if we look at power and we start looking, I mean, these things generate heavy pollution, noise pollution, and do 40 megawatts. But if we look there, you can see they do 120 megawatts. So that's really a good option. We've also got a hydro power plant, which means we could make use of it sort of down this route here somewhere. But the one thing to bear in mind, guys, is that you need to put a sort of hydro power plant sort of there, just down route from where you're still pulling in water. So also, as soon as you dam across this area, oh, how lovely. Oh, recycling, lovely. Three-way intersections, large roundabouts, highway ramps, highways. So what we could do also is let's just check to make sure that garbage is okay. Yes, it is. And what options do we have on recycling? Slightly reduced tax income. I don't know. Let's do that. Might reduce the tax income a little bit, but it means that this thing will fill up a lot less, which is a good thing, in my opinion. So we continue, and now they're requiring more commercial areas. So what we'll do then is we'll continue to build this sort of commercial buffer area between the residential area and there, thank you, and there. Oh, no, we can't. Can we? Yes? No? See, that's the only thing that slightly annoys me about it, the way it snaps like that. You have to just play around with it. Anyway, let's put another road, because we want to maximize our availability of commercial areas, and let's make all of that commercial and all of that commercial, including that one there. And check our water. So you can see now we can now move the water to there. And we'll put one right across the centre. Oh no, that's not good. We need to put it down the middle here, don't we? That's a better option. Like so. There we go. They're just interconnecting those pipes to generally keep the flow of the water consistent and happy, so to speak, as happy as water can get, I suppose. Let's just check. We can also put commercial down the middle. There we go. And so, see, these are good because it gives them an opportunity to turn around and go into one of these different roads, do whatever they need to do. So what we need to also do is the 6-laner road. There we go. We need to turn that into a one-directional one. And this one going in that direction. There we go. And that should keep the flow of traffic reasonably okay, because you're going to have them move down to here. Let's just check. I wonder if we can do it. No, there's just going to be a little sort of mismatch there, which is a bit unfortunate. Let's put one there. So at least we've got regular sort of swapping places on the roads if they wish to turn around, if they wish to go to sort of like that road there and all that kind of thing. Now this is another problem we've got here. What I'm thinking is that we need to create a road down the centre like so. Although no, actually no, let's leave it. Let's leave it. So, residential still in demand, as you can see. And let's just check out education. High school availability is looking okay. Elementary and high school. So we need to look at more schools. And then we need to put another one about there. There we go. So that way we're increasing the general level of education across the board, which is a good thing because obviously the industry will require more educated staff, which can only be a good thing, really. So let's put these into place here. And let's check our water. Water's fine. And let's get zoning these. Whoops-a-daisy. Let's unzone that and then put that in as that one. There we go. Zoney, 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 zone. Zoning. There we go. So, now, unfortunately, there's no way to remove the traffic lights on here. So that's going to slow things down. Maybe I need to change that to highway so there's no traffic lights. I'm not 100% sure. Obviously, any guidance you guys feel like giving me in chat, in the comments, is of course very welcome. Now, yeah, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Now, let's have a look at what we also want to do is we want to plant some trees. And what I want to do is sort of plant trees in this sort of area here. Because I want to sort of use the trees to suck up all the pollution. You see? So, now, one thing we can also look at doing that will make everybody a bit happier is upgrading the roads so that the roads have those things. But we don't have enough people in our town as of yet. So 2-lane roads with trees will be what we'll put mostly in here, which is a good thing. So, let's see. Let's continue our building of this area. And let's continue down to about here, and down to about there, and down to about there. So we shall continue to build this very sort of structured thing, but it's mainly to essentially make use of the most efficient use of all the land that is available to us, really, is the reason we're sort of building like this, is because we want to ensure that we get the maximum amount of profit for, you know, what we're building. Because anything else other than that will just be a waste of our time and will just be not efficient use of it, really. So let's just check these guys, how they're doing. Landfill, 3 of 15, okay, and it's 16% full. So what we might need to do is we may need to create another road going down here like this, and we may need to create another one like that. There we go. So at least that's another landfill that we can make use of, and we can bring another road down the side. And we haven't actually made any use of districts yet, so one thing from what I understand with districts, you can actually set separate sort of tax benefits and regions and all that kind of stuff relating to that, so that could be a very, very helpful thing. Now here you can see obviously everything is starting to come into place. Now if we look at our power, let's get rid of that. That will reduce the noise issue. And then what we can also do is we can go to this and put all of that there. Because what we are going to want to do is we're going to want to sort of create a line across like that. Sort of down the side of the river. And then we'll build another one sort of about there. So at least we're sort of making use of all of this space now that we've sort of, whoops-a-daisy, didn't want to do that. We want to do that. And then we want to do here. Now that's not ideal place because you're right next to the water pumping. But under the circumstances it could be a lot bloody worse. Let's work down to there. Like so. Yeah, that looks okay. And water pumping availability is still good. The poop run is still continuing well. There's a lot of poop there. And let's have a look at our health situation. Health is not looking too bad. I think we need to put in another healthcare area. Now, the only thing is, it's got 6 citizens, 1 heal capacity, and the average health is 69%. So, but it would be good management to put that in. Now, let's get rid of that, as we've got some abandoned buildings. Those ungrateful bastards. I'm providing you with all these services and you're still not happy. Just no pleasing some people, is there? Oh, another one over here. Oh, you get. That's a big building as well. Okay, go away then. Oh, well, never mind. So, what are these guys after? They're not saying not enough workers. Now, what I'm thinking also is, see this road here, right? I'm thinking that what might be worth doing is building this road out a bit like that, and then building another high capacity road literally like that. But really we want it so that it goes across like that and then comes down here like so. Now the reason for that is so that we can essentially have a high capacity road for all of these people to sort of move into working areas and all that kind of stuff. That's kind of the way we're looking at it. So we'll put that into there. We'll put another road right down the middle and continue with our commercial areas there. Let's check our water. Okay. Water needs to go up a little bit and up a little bit there. Oh, no, it needs to be a little bit there. There we go. Down one. And then, what are we looking at here? Here we go. There we go. Now, that means that obviously, you know, a 6-lane road means that you've got a kind of a major artery sort of into this area, and then because it's opposite one of these areas, then they can go that way or they can go that way. It's entirely up to them. So let's just have a look here, because we want to change that to be a one-way road. Yep, that way. Yep. There we go. Done. Oh, we got bus. We got bus. We have. We got a bus service. Oh, lovely. So, what we need to consider doing is holding on to our money for the time being, and then start building up a good bus service. Now, obviously, what that means... Oh, heavens. Did I see somebody on fire? Yes, I did. Oh, dear me. That building's on fire. Silly households. Let's check our fire coverage. Oh, goodness. No wonder it's not good. So we're going to have to wait and save up a bit of money and then get fire coverage down here as well, because that will help out no end. Now, can we build those nice roads yet? No, we still can't yet. We still need 5,500 people, so things aren't looking too bad. I think I'm quite pleased with how things are going. What's this guy want? Not enough educated workers, so let's check out education. That's looking good, and we need a university at some point. Now, obviously, you can see there, we still need 7,500 before we can have a university. So, let's see. See, that's the kind of thing that we want to see. These coming here, going onto that route, and then taking that route going through. So what we'll also then do is we'll put more commercial down the middle, like so, and then we'll put another road going in here as well. We might even make that a big road like we've made with this one. So money's looking okay. Let's carry on with the building of our main 6-lane artery road into the residential area. So that's not looking too bad. Let's build it to about there. Now, what we're going to then start doing is we're going to then start pushing in these roads here. Unfortunately, demolishing a few houses on the way. Sorry, fellas. But it means that we can actually... Oh, not enough money. Okay. And then we can also build some more pipes down like so. Yeah, we'll get there eventually. See? And then probably need another one across like that. See? That will give us good coverage, and then another one from there to there. So, you know, it's looking quite good under the circumstances. See? There we go. So, looking very nice, I think. And let's make all of that residential. And we'll put another road in there as well. Make that residential. And you can see from the RCI down the bottom there, the requirement is for, you can see low demand for offices and all that kind of stuff. So let's see, what have we got? We don't have the office zone because we don't have enough people yet. So that I'm really pleased with, actually, because then this road will be able to lead into the sort of main areas. I'm probably going to have to demolish that road there. There we go. And just so that we can have that big sort of route into the industrial area. So that's looking good. And look at that. That's the only drawback, obviously, that people were mentioning. But you can see that the flow of traffic is reasonably okay. It is reasonably good. You know, we've got roads where they can just bypass the main road if they want to. If they want to get onto the main road, they want to get into buildings along here, they can do. And then they can take this route here, where they can just go across the intersection over to the other side into the industrial area. And then more intersections here, And then obviously we've got the big intersection here down at the bottom, which is good. So let's make that and all of that industrial. And let's see, let's make these areas here and that area there industrial. So, as you can see, there's a lot to do, and time flies so damn quickly in this game. It's unbelievably fast. Well, it can be faster, you can speed it up there, but no, what I mean is that it's such a time sink, this game. You can just, hours can just disappear while you're building your world's, world domination and all that kind of stuff. So let's build these areas. Now, obviously, the better we build these areas, then more tax income will start coming in, and that means we can then start to afford more things. As you can see there, the bank balance is bringing in nearly 4,000 every single month. So that's a really good situation as far as I'm concerned. Now, obviously, this is something that was mentioned. Now, whether or not it's worth turning this into a highway rather than a 6-laner road, might mean that there's going to be less traffic lights. But then I suppose these roads here means you get traffic lights that stop the flow of the road. So this might be what they were talking about with respect to the intersections, and that it slows the roundabout down. Now, see, oh heavens, power. Oh goodness, we're low on power. This is not good. We might have to take some emergency action and just plant one of these. It's not ideal, and it's only a temporary fix. And then put another one there in a bit when we've got the money, just to provide a little bit of extra power. It'll give us 7 megawatts, so it's not the end of the world. But generally, I don't like building these things because of the noise pollution. And invariably, you end up wanting to build industrial, or not industrial, residential areas right through the middle of the damn places. But, that's I suppose, part of the deal, part of the challenge, part of the fun. So we're just waiting for 5 grand to come into the bank account any second. And then we can essentially go in and buy that second one, and that should offset the power issue, at least temporarily. Yeah, look at that, 4,968. Bloody typical. But this is a area of high wind, so the amount of wind crossing across and all the rest of it is looking quite good. And let's see. I thought it was 5 grand for these things. Oh, it's 6 grand. It's gone up. What? Goodness me. So we'll put that as close as we can to the other one. There we go. So that should offset the power, and we'll leave it there for this week, guys. I hope you've enjoyed, and we'll see you again in Chadtopia for more City Skylines soon. Take care.